Alright, hello everybody, welcome to my super awesome slideshow. So I am a big fan of this Incredibox Scratch mod series called Wibbox. Current versions out are Glibble Globbler and Extraordinary. It's a Scratch mod series made by someone I know named Nuke Booters, and they're really good. I really like the series. Version 3 is expected to come out next. Basically, I'm just making a slideshow compiling all the leaks and just general little tidbits that I've been able to collect to figure out there's been no actual trailer yet, so the theme of the mod hasn't even been announced, but I've been able to gather some stuff, and I don't know, I'm just like really obsessed with this series, so I wanted to make this. Everything from this video was, or most of it at least, was taken from the Wibbox server. It's usually where Nuke Booters posts most of his leaks. Honestly, if you're a fan of the Wibbox series as well, I would honestly recommend joining it. It's great. I'll put a link in the description. So, the main thing, the whole mod series is based off of an album made by Nuke Booters called The Wibbles, hence Wibbox. And we're actually able to tell which version is next because it goes just in order. The first one was Glibble Globbler, Extraordinary, and then version 3 is going to be Blime. This is the original song that the mod is going to be based off of. Okay, so yeah, that's the song that it's going to be based off of. Also, before I continue, it's just worth mentioning. Yeah. This is all the sounds I'm aware of that have been shown in the original song. I put them in order as in they appear in the song so you can know what I'm referring to. So we have the intro pad that's right at the beginning. My assumption is effect 2. The bit crush version of the main melody, I think that one's just not gonna be in the mod. I think that's just like a little thing for the song specifically. The main melody, the one that sounds like the downtown melody, I'm assuming that's going to be Melody 1. Nuke Booters usually puts like the main melodic idea as Melody 1 in most of his mods. The bass is Effect 1, that's kind of obvious. The kick and snare, I think it's going to be beat 2, because in every mod so far, the kick and snare has not been first beat. It's usually been like a clave or some clave, whatever. Plucky synth thing, probably Melody 2, I guess. The bit crushed version of the plucky synth, I think this one actually will be in the mod, and also the bit crushed end of loop riff, the that's probably gonna be effect 4 or combined with melody 5 maybe. Okay, the toms and cymbal for the end of the loop, probably beat 5, seems right. Hi-hats, I guess beat 3. The vocal vox synth pad, I don't know what to call it, the melody 3, and then the twinkle synth, melody 4. There is a harmony on the twinkle synth. I don't know if it's going to be loop 2 or just not included or just always included, because that would, if it's only in one of the loops, that would make a pretty long loop length. I'm pretty sure Nuke Booters isn't a fan of big long loops. But anyways, depending on which you do or don't include, that's 10 sounds, so about half the sounds already made, so 10 new sounds for the mod. That's fun. So for the actual mod, this is the big important thing. This was sent by Melon Man, the animator for Wibbox, in the Wibbox server. Now, obviously the joke, sans funny, but we get a look of the actual UI of the mod. First of all, you can see beats are green, effects are orange, melodies are blue, and voices are yellow, so that's cool. The background, okay, it kind of looks like a definitely nature-oriented thing, like probably a jungle, forest, or swamp. Because my main thought of this mod is that it's probably going to be swamp-themed, and I'll probably talk about that more later, but you can kind of tell from the background it's looking a little like that. So yeah, the theme that I'm guessing is swamp-themed, which I have my reasons for that. I'll probably make sense later, and then the actual lore of the version, because so far Wibbox has been very lore heavy, is my idea is that there's people and they're stuck in the swamp and they're trying to find their way home. And also I'm thinking the mod's gonna be the characters are gonna be either swamp monsters or explorers. probably not gonna be entirely accurate, but I don't even know if it's gonna be swamp themed, but yeah, that's the idea I'm getting. So, these are some things that have been leaked so far. Basically, most of them are just like very zoomed in versions of designs. So we have this, you can see the top and bottom is the same background as the swamp thing Melon Man sent. This is definitely a joke, just the little green, that is not green, dear lord. Just a little creature, but at the side there's this like jagged gray thing with a leaf at the top, what it looks like. But interesting. This was sent by Sunkit. It's a very blurry image of what looks to be a polo design. It's got the eye, the white eye there, the hair. Kind of looks like it's a custom hair design. In the middle there's something on the forehead, maybe like a gem or something. I don't know. Kind of looks like it has earrings too, big earrings. The general shape of this looks like a cloak or a coat of some sort, and it's like some, you know, little embellishment, white detail, and then some like blue and white down here for the pants, I'm guessing. This thing right here, it's black with some, actually very, if you color pick, it's just a very dark blue with some more like blue things around it. One thought I saw of this is like it's a plant underwater, like the bright blue is the background, it's like this seagrass plant. I have a more of a different idea that I'll show in a bit. Okay, there's this one. It was sent by Sunkit, so it's probably a concept design screenshot, and you can tell because it's like bitmap. Got one black line, a white dot, and this just looks like a mistake pen stroke or something. But this looks like a face to me, like a smile and an eye. This is sent by Melon Man, just a zoom-in picture of a smile. Interestingly enough, the skin around the smile and the outline, this is all blue. Like this is a dark blue, and this is a very desaturated light blue. Yeah, so far all of this is just showing blue and a little bit of green. So let me see again. So yeah, green is beats, blue is so this is a beat. Most of these are gonna be melodies, and then Mr. Wibble here. Mr. Wibble's gonna be a beat. So okay, I should probably give Mr. Wibble is a character that appears in all the Wibbox versions. This was an emoji sent in the Discord server by Redbird, one of the voice actors for Wibbox. And my prediction is that it's like an emoji from the actual like Wibbox dev team server. Something that they could, and like we've not seen a green Mr. Wibble so far, and it has the same background as the swamp, so yeah, I guess Mr. Wibble's gonna be a bright green in this version. Actually, that probably makes sense why there's so much blue and green, because like blue and lime is just like really what makes up the word Blime. So it's probably gonna be a lot of blue and lime colored. So yeah. Oh, and this one, okay, here's the thing. So it's this symbol, obviously, with it's a dark blue background with some tiny blue blurry splotches. I don't actually think that's a design leak. It was sent by Nuke Booters into the Blime related channel in the Wibbox server, but I don't actually think it's gonna be a design, because it looks kind of like one of Nuke Booters' album covers. Here's his album 4i Adnine. You could definitely see some like similarities. It's probably like a work in progress version of an album cover, or just like a weirdly less detailed one. But yeah, you can see it's more in his style, and even if I look at like his other albums, you can see they kind of follow a similar style. So I'm thinking this isn't a Blime leak, and probably just like a little teaser for Nuke Booters' next album, because if we look back, we can see while Extraordinary was going on, he released 4i Adnine, and while Glibla Globler, oh no, there wasn't any, but he did post an album like right before Glibla Globler trailer, which is probably when it was in. Basically, what I'm saying is Nuke Booters probably is gonna like just also work on an album every time he's making a mod. So my assumption is that this is a cover or work in progress cover for Nuke Booters' next album. So other design related stuff. This is all the colors I could find. Again, lots of grays, greens, and blues. Weirdly enough, no yellows or oranges. I guess they just have not leaked any designs of voices or effects. And this was a Q&A that happened in the server, basically saying how detailed the designs are. Sunkid was saying that it was going to be an in-between of the detail level of Glibble Glubber and Extraordinary. So yeah, you can read that. So basically just a mediocre amount of detail to designs, which, yeah, kind of looks like that. Okay, so basically, I took all of these, and I decided to... These probably aren't accurate, but I decided to make little fan-made versions of what they could possibly look like. So yeah, this, I thought of it as like fingers around some sort of black object. Just this little swamp monster thing. Abandoned, overgrown statue for this thing. Smile, it's turned into this little guy, and like this mouth and eye that thought it was like a snake around someone's neck. But yeah, obviously these are probably not accurate, but these were just like little fun interpretations I decided to make for them. So, lyrics. Nuke Booters does like to put lyrics of the next version as his status. He did a lot for Extraordinary. He did a lot for Extraordinary. Yeah, interpretations of these. Surely there's a there out there where we're not always longing. First of all, kind of a bar with the thing, but yeah, relating to my idea, like people like trying to find somewhere else in the swamp. I don't know, they're like trying to find their way home, or like trying to find a new place. The meaning of the lyric: stars turn in endless motion. I don't know, maybe they just use stars as like a guiding thing for, like, you know how old navigators use stars to think. Another thought I had is that maybe this could be like representation of stars, or like this, the little sparkles, but I don't know. Again, even if this is related to Blime. May the fruits continue fruitless, how sublime. You see, this is genius because sublime has the word Blime in it, so it's smart. Okay, but may the fruits continue fruitless, just saying like they're doing something but it's not working out well, so I'm guessing just like they are struggling to find their way through this massive swamp. I sound so confident in myself that this swamp thing is the theme, but maybe it's just like jungle themed, or I don't know. Okay, but fruits continue fruitless could also be reference to like vegetation or something. I don't know. Sight without eyes, it tries, never fully realized. Okay, sight without eyes could also be like, you know, navigation related, like they're trying to find their way, but they can't tell where they're going. It tries, never fully realized, like they're trying, but they're failing. My prediction of the story theme of Blime is that, like, you know, there's people lost in the swamp, they're trying to find their way to something, but they're really struggling. So, music leaks. First of all, this one, it's just an image. It says, gosh, I love Blime, don't you guys too? Blime demo, didn't mark down the date. Okay, so Blime demo 9, so this looks like the single track because it's 2 minutes long, so there's like a 9th demo of the music track. There's been like 9 of them so far. I don't know, the waveform doesn't really tell us much. It's got a quiet part and it goes back to loud, I don't know. This one, it was called Screen Recording 6/30/20, what is that? That's June 30th of this year. Okay, so yeah, this is Blime demo 11. So as of June 30th, there has been 11 Blime demos. So, man, there's a lot of these. Okay, this doesn't show us much. Okay, we can hear the like little plucky synth. Like 2 or so beats after the beginning of the loop, like dun 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 dun. Yeah. Okay, so this is like a little after the start of the loop. And it sounds like a kick at the end or something. And obviously there's a voice in there. It could be a choir, but it sounds more like earn, and then like it, earn, Hold on, is there any of the lyrics that follow that? Oh yeah, the turn in, and that is like at the beginning of the loop. Stars turn in endless motion. I don't know. Turn in endless motion. I don't know. Oh yeah, and there's another one. For some reason, Discord was bugging out and it just wouldn't let me actually download it. But yeah, I looked through Discord, not in a creepy way, and found another Blime leak. Okay, so... Okay, I can hear the bass, the main melody, the hi-hats, I think it... Yeah, the kick and snare. Yeah, there's also like a cymbal at the start, which I don't know if my memory's bugging me, but that sounds like a different cymbal than the one used in Blime, or it might be tweaking. Well, maybe just change the sample. Okay, it sounds like there's, or wait. Okay, it's there's. There's. Okay, I can't really tell like where in the loop that is, but it's like there's. It's probably this one. Like this one uses there like 6 times. Yeah, like surely there's a there out there out there where we're not always long. Okay, but yeah, I think that's what that lyric is. Okay, other random stuff. I love Blime so much. You see, this is actually very smart because it shows that Blime is good and Nuke Booters actually likes it and doesn't despise it. This one, at Wibbox News, picture of kites. What could it all mean? Vote now on your phones. I have no idea what this means, to be honest. Although, I do realize now, it's the actual colors of the Blime sections. I honestly can't tell if this is an actual vector made by Melon Man or just random clip art. I tried looking for clip art. I found one that like looked really similar to this. It had the same colors and same positions, but it was like a completely different art style. I think it's just a clip art, but like I'm assuming it's just like referring to the color scheme. Maybe there's like something kite related in Blime. I don't know, maybe they used that for I don't know. Okay, so this was a conversation I had in the server. Wow, someone should make art related to Wibbox of something. Maybe it's 2 extraordinary characters. Yeah, Roberto and Uranus, 2 like characters from Extraordinary. And I was like, yeah, Adrian and Dave. Because, you see, the joke is, those are characters from Glibble, which is not Extraordinary. But then, Nuke Booters, his name is Jeff the Flower, he said, favorite Extraordinary polls, Paul and Joseph. So, I said Adrian and Dave as Extraordinary polls, but they're not, they're Glibble. Paul and Joseph are not, as far as I'm aware, not in any Wibbox version so far. So my prediction is that, like, if I mention Glibble, he's gonna go for the only other version. Like, basically what I'm saying is, like, Paul and Joseph are names of characters in Blime. Doesn't really tell us much, but yeah, cool to know. Finally, there's just jokes. Pictures posted by Sunkit with the flower over the hollow base. Blime Leak Trust with the chewing face. This version will have voices. Big shocker. And then there's an AI in the server, and I asked, is Blime really about that? He's just, yep. But yeah, that's all the stuff I could get about Blime. My prediction is that it's swamp themed and it's cool. Why is Google Docs struggling so much? Okay, video over. Bye bye. Have fun.